it's Todd Ault. It's March 15th. This is the 30th episode of Risk On, what may be the greatest show ever about risk, and we've extended the show to 56 minutes to cover more topics and get more in depth. We're going to continue to add to this show every single month until we get it nearly perfect. Right, Jason?
Dude, March Madness. I'm loving today.
For sure. Jason Bartholomew is in the house, my partner here on the broadcast, and helps me trade stocks. Professional poker player, although hearing someone got banned from the M of playing a Blackjack.
Yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later.
As I told you, the guy can count cards. Oh, I mean, play cards. Just kidding.
Yeah, that was something that we'll get into later on.
You smoked him, dude.
Yeah, that was quite interesting.
Dude, how often do you get barred from a casino from playing a casino game where the house is supposed to win?
They're like, well, you can play any other game in the casino, but you just can't play blackjack anymore. And I asked why. Well, you're just too good. We don't like your style. But we'll get into the details of that a little bit later.
We're going to have updates on POWW. POWW is the company at 650 today. As everyone knows on this show, if you follow us Friday, we went long 737,000 shares at about 565.
Massive position.
I'm feeling like I'm up 700 grand on the day.
And it's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, listen, KMPH rallied pretty hard into the close. At one point, I think we sold some at 1250, at 12 and 1150. We actually took our profit out of that position.
Yeah.
What was the house of pain, to quote Kramer, was the house of glory today.
You know, that was something that was just weighing on us, looking at that red every day.
God, that position was pissing me off.
Yeah, so we got out of it with profit.
Someone was shining on us today.
It was absolutely...
It was a glorious day for the market. Now, Jason, let's get right to the market. Why look and see if the vote passed for NTN?
So we've got Dow Jones Industrial all-time high again, 32,952 plus 173. The NASDAQ was up 139. 13,459. S&P up 25, 39.68. Bitcoin, a little bit of a wild ride over the weekend. Printed over 61.5, I think I at least saw.
I saw 61,700, but it may have been a different exchange. And all I can say is someone called 60,000 over the weekend. Do you know who that was?
I might have actually accidentally called
it. Could have been the guy from Syracuse. Did you actually go to Syracuse?
No, but I'm from the area, so I'm repping the Cuse. They made March Madness, so
Are they
I'm very
the Orange
happy.
Men?
They are orange now. Let's keep it politically correct, Potato Head.
What do you mean?
They got rid of Orange Men.
Are you kidding?
Swear to God.
There's no way that's
It's
true.
Syracuse Orange. They're a damn fruit now. Can you believe the craziness? This happened years ago. So no more Mr. Potato Head.
I'm going to open a bank with a tribal nation. I'm not joking. I'm talking to a tribal nation about opening a bank that's chartered by the Indian nation, and it's going to be called Tomahawk Bank. And I'm telling you, we're going to give you the best rates. We're chopping those mortgage rates.
Absolutely.
I'm not joking around, actually. I'm not kidding, actually.
But
sorry,
listen,
I'm excited.
You know, Jimmy Boeheim, the coach that's been there since the Industrial Revolution.
Orange people.
Yeah, he's been there for actually, you know what? I think Coach James Arthur Boeheim entered the campus at Syracuse University in 1962, and the guy never left.
Hey, that's before I was born.
Never left. I mean, the guy's just amazing. 35 March Madness tours, 45 years coaching at the Cuse.
Wow.
Glad to see them make it. Hats off to them. Consistent. They play that 2-3 zone. It's always a problem for other teams in the big dance because they don't face that zone. So, yeah, I got a little sleeper pick for you. Syracuse.
All I can tell you right now is I'm waiting for the results on NTN Buzz Time.
I'm hitting F5. Let me cover the rest of the indicators.
Let's go. Let's cover.
Ethereum, 1787. Bitcoin, 56,667. Oil, 65.41. Gold, plus 10, 17.30. Silver, plus 42 cents, 26.33. Copper, flat, 4.14.
Copper. Woo. Riot, actually, when I last looked, was up. Is it still up? Riot was up 39 cents today. So it got ahead of that number. Bitcoin went to 61 and some change. Pulls back, Riot closes higher. Okay, someone give me the rationale there, but maybe that's we're still long RKT, but we did cut that position back, Rocket, to 20,000 shares from about 70,000 over the last couple of days.
Hey, Todd, if you want to pull any of those up, I have them up on the screen here.
Oh, sorry about that.
I've got Rocket up there, probably about 4 over from the left.
Let's look at Rocket real quick.
Bottom left.
You know, the thing that okay, Nick, if you could pull this up on the screen. The reason why we pulled back on Rocket, we have a couple big winners. We had a lot of rocket. We were kind of overextended there. We got upside down in it. We kind of traded our way out, sold some options, bought them back.
Yep.
And so we're comfortable with the position we have now in Riot. In Rocket. Sorry about that. But we're still long. We just don't have as much as we had before, right? I think we have about 500,000 shares.
Yeah, that's full disclosure.
$500,000 worth. Sorry about that.
Yep.
But I still like it. I'm a big fan of Dan Gilbert, what they're doing. Waiting for that big dividend to hit my account.
That's a juicy divvy.
It's a juicy divvy.
I think our producer's trying to tell us something.
What's going on here? I know you're not allowed to talk about it, but...
Oh, that's a question?
What?
It's a question from the viewer.
Oh, I see it. Okay, now I see it. Yeah. Yeah, somebody's asking us. I know you're not allowed to talk. If you guys have started oh, okay.
He's just talking about maintenance man.
He's talking about Bitcoin.
Hey,
that's
if you were part of K-Rock in the '90s, MMM was the Michael the maintenance man at K-Rock.
Yep, I remember that.
Remember that? MMM stands for Michael the maintenance. Okay, whatever.
I guess somebody was asking about Bitcoin in general and mining Bitcoin and stuff of that nature.
Hey, Morgan, why don't you comment? I see you texting me, Morgan. We're live. If you're watching me live, you can comment. I told you to buy that POWW, but she was like in some fancy island, on a horse in the water. Probably didn't have time to make a trade, but I love this girl. She is married to a friend of mine, and she is a wonderful human being. Morgan, thanks for watching the show. I'm a huge fan of this girl.
Nice.
I mean, literally, I think her husband would kick my ass if I said anything else.
Well,
sorry. Kick my butt. She's so wonderful, literally, and she's produced like 3 beautiful kids. She's such a nice person to me and my wife.
Awesome.
So we love her. Let's look at POW real quick. Sorry, I'm all over the place a little bit.
It's okay.
POWW is the symbol. POW up. What is it up today? What is that? No, that's the 5-day. Sorry.
Yeah, let's see the 1 day.
The 1 day. It's up 64 cents today, or 10.92%. Pulling back in the aftermarket. I want to remind everyone that they priced the deal at $5, and they raised $100 million. Did I do that right?
Yeah,
Probably
that's
not as good as he did. And so this stock is holding up nicely. For full disclosure, we are not recommending this stock. It is involved in, they make ammo. They have an LOI with gunbroker.com. However, we put our money where our mouth is. We own some shares. This is our biggest position outside. This is our biggest trading position we own. Besides our other companies.
Oh, I didn't even talk about Boeing either. We're going to get into Boeing.
We'll get to Boeing later.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about with ammo?
I just like the fact that they're growing the business. The $12 million facility in Wisconsin that's going to be for ammunition making out there, and also the fact that they raise capital and the pressure that the gun industry is under right now, a little bit of pressure from this administration. But
it's clear that they're expanding their manufacturing capabilities in Wisconsin.
Yep.
They raised money, obviously, to do something with Gunbroker. Hopefully they do. Potential acquisitions.
Yep.
And they're in a spot where our channel checks. Hey, Brett, how's the ammo going? Good. It's hard to get, isn't it?
Hard to get.
Still hard to get.
Hey, Brett says ammo's hard to get. That's good enough for me, although my channel checks around the country say ammo's really tough to get.
Even law enforcement having trouble getting bullets.
I sound official when I say channel checks. Like I have channel checks.
I like that.
I do actually have channel checks. 32 years later, I actually have a few connections.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I like this. And by the way, they presented at the Roth Capital Conference today virtually, along with KMPH and your other one, that TRCH, right?
Yep, TRCH.
Right, so they presented. I don't know how the presentation went because Roth wouldn't let me in, but I don't actually think I officially tried. Come on, Byron. Why don't you send me an invitation?
Dude, they're in your backyard.
I've known you for a long time, Byron.
Right.
Do you remember the bad days? He doesn't even remember that far back. Byron, come on. Where are we?
I'm just refreshing NTN here.
What are we looking at?
Well, let's look at, you want to just take
POW?
POW.
Let's just get it over with. EBON, let's just get it over with.
All right.
Okay. Nick, let's pull it up. Here's the chart. Stock's up 89 cents today. I think it hit 12.50, 12.60.
Yeah.
It makes me puke. It makes me puke to my stomach, especially over the weekend when I was with a friend of mine who told me the investment bank he works with raised them $70 million a couple weeks ago. I said, thanks for the call. I sold 70,000 shares at $7.
Unbelievable.
Don't I feel smart? This is living proof that even I'm stupid. Oh, excuse me. That's not true. I'm not allowed to say that. This is living proof that even I... What do I mean even I? That's not even nice either. This is living proof that professionals can make mistakes. I sold it too early the very next day. If it's ever happened to you where you've sold the stock and the next day it's higher, it's happened to me too. I just happen to have 70,000 shares of the stock, and I'm sick. But what's up with EBON?
I mean, if it's happened to you and then you went on and felt guilty about it and then chased the stock, comment down below. I want to hear some of your bad stories because we share ours with you. So, in solidarity, just let's hear some of your mistakes too, and we can we can kind of feel bad for one another. But EBON is still a growth stock, in my opinion. They've got so much going for it. They've got the crypto exchange that is going to come on board, and that's in Dubai. They have the semiconductor chips, the miners, they mine. So keep an eye on this. In my opinion, you could look for a pullback here and you could go long. So this one in SOS. SOS seems to be a little more, has a little more hostility towards it. Some short sellers have attacked it. But that's another one that's ripe for growth. So keep an eye on those two crypto tickers that aren't really mainstream. When you think about crypto tickers, you usually think about Riot and
Nick,
Mara.
are we off the screen? Okay. You guys got to know, I'm not dwelling on it. We just had to bring it up to cover it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Let's, I didn't even look today. Oh, boy. Wow.
Nick, GameStop on the screen?
Nick, can we pull a GameStop up, please? So, as you guys know, we cover this every day because I feel like I just actually had a conversation with a pretty smart hedge fund manager. And I said to him, there is no understanding of what the market's doing when you don't understand GameStop. And since I don't understand it, to me, the way GameStop goes, the way the market goes, these guys are holding on to it. I've never seen anything like it. Do they do an offering eventually? Don't you think they're going to raise money?
They have to.
They can ensure their survival for years to come by putting up. I mean, they could raise $1 billion or $2 billion or $4 billion at $1.50 and be done with it. Right?
Dude, we're going to get into that because DraftKings raised $1 billion today. They had a convertible note offering. But why doesn't GameStop just do an ATM?
That's smart.
Just do an ATM with the volume they get. I would do that.
And some people like to get the deal over with.
Yeah.
ATMs take some time and they're not controversial, but some people don't like them.
Yeah, but at that price point with the volume,
yeah,
it'd be quick.
DraftKings raised $1 billion, huh?
Yeah,
Well,
they did.
Let's come back to that. Hey, we're going to cover DraftKings shortly.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go to AMC.
And look at hey, that's decoupled.
Okay.
Now here you go. They raised capital. Look at this.
No, what, they raise more today?
No, they haven't, but they've at least it's on the they have it handy.
So Nick, are we live on the GameStop? Okay, so with GameStop, here's my theory. Obviously, Lightshed thinks it's going to a penny. And for those of you who don't know that, you should read the report from Lightshed about they think it's going to a penny.
You know,
right?
when they come out with these outlandish
I don't think it's outlandish. They have their point is not today, but over time that they're going to collapse under the weight of their debt.
Okay, over time.
And they're pretty smart people. Listen, I wouldn't discount what they're saying. They take it very seriously.
Yeah.
They're not some fly-by-night firm. Look at the guy who runs Lightshed and the people there. They're not fly-by-nighters. But hey, AMC up 25.8%. They haven't been right yet. Of course, it's been a couple days, right?
You know, AMC has a lot of ownership from Chinese folks, wealthy people in China.
All I can tell you is that AMC is probably getting a little wind to its back now that the stuff's reopening in California. It looks like New York. I guess Texas is completely back open.
Right.
17, 18 states are back open. Hey, for full disclosure, I'm getting my vaccine on this Friday. So we're going to be doing the broadcast from Orange County.
Yes, that'll
Jason's
be cool.
going to be in Orange County with me doing the broadcast because on Friday morning before the broadcast, I'm going to get my vaccine.
Dude, why can't we get somebody cool on the show like Tito Ortiz, Huntington Beach bad boy? Something like that.
I know Tito.
In the future.
We're not friends, but I know who he is. I mean, I have a relationship with him through a friend of mine.
Yeah, I want to get some.
You want to get a guest?
Yeah.
Brad, are you flying over to help us film? I think it's not a bad idea if you flew over for the day and make sure we set up and helped us. Or at least send Nick.
Well, you can transmit to us.
Oh, we can?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, great. Okay. We can transmit to you. So this is going to work out. I think we got the radio show that day and everything. So
yeah.
Hey, guys, we're on 56 minutes a day now. We went from being on 40 minutes and not live to now on 56 minutes a day.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Josh and Skyla like that. You going to fall asleep during that 56 minutes, Skyla? I kind of felt like we should mic Skyla and get a camera on her and mic Josh and get a camera on him and have the producers able to talk to so that I could like Robin Quivers and I don't know what Josh would be. I don't know the
Baba
equivalent.
Booey.
Baba Booey or something. Yeah. although he's
but he's
much
more handsome.
better looking
Yeah,
than Baba
exactly.
Booey. I mean, and everyone might be jealous. They may want him to host the show. He's much better looking than me.
Yeah, he's a
Nordic.
yeah for sure.
You get that strong jawline.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I have a man crush on Josh.
You know what's great though is he gets in like he'll put up some information on the iPad and then like it's like good as gold. I'm like it's really solid.
So let's go to KMPH, Nick. If you could pull up the screen, guys. Everyone knows we're long this. For full disclosure, we sold the whole position today between 11:50 and 12:50. I put out orders. They got filled. I'm gone. I had 65,000 shares. I sold them all.
Yeah, I'm like texting Todd. We're texting
gave
back and
up.
forth. I'm like, dude. I'm like, just
Give me a reason.
yeah. I'm like, just go ahead and sell and take the profit.
This position has been dogging us.
Yeah.
We made money to 21. We lost it. I think we were down 300 grand.
Yes.
At one point. To get out of here and make $60,000, I was like, I was looking around praying to God and thanking God that he helped me out of this position, or she did. Whatever God you believe in. I believe God's a female.
Oh, whatever you want to believe.
It's going to be a cruel hoax when we get up there and all the men get their whipped.
So yeah, we were able to escape.
Shame on you for being down there and what you did to women. I think I'm kidding. Cuomo should fear if there's a female God.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I guess so should I actually, but it's always been consensual with me.
No comment.
No comment.
No.
Skylar's over there saying, "Shut up, shut up." All right, what else we got? Okay, so we're out of KMPH, but you said you didn't see anything.
No.
On there, just some famous person was
there was
tweeting.
there was a guy on Twitter. I'm not going to mention his name, but he was on there talking about short squeeze potential. He has a lot of followers on Twitter, and as soon as that came out, we noticed a big spike in the stock price, and we were able to use that and exit perfectly, in my opinion, just to get out, make money, and move on to the next biotech, which I've got a couple more lined up.
I bet you do.
Yeah. So
any major news you want to cover today about what's happening? You want to cover the DraftKings situation?
We can look at DraftKings. Pull up DK.
Why don't you put it in real quick?
DKNG. Excuse me 1 second.
Let's see. It's over here. Where we at? Right here.
No, I'm trying to find the cursor.
Oh, dude, come on, man.
Here we go.
Is anyone long DraftKings? You traded it all? Oh, wow.
I have traded it in the past. Never.
Can we pull that up real quick, Nick?
Let's look at let's look the view.
Where to price it at?
I'm not sure on the price, but I do know that they're going to
$73 today.
Yeah, pull out like the year to date. Let's see. Yeah, it's still up 51%.
It's up $22.89 after being down today.
Yeah. So it looks like they're going to use the $1 billion for mergers and acquisitions, product and tech investments, general purposes, corporate purposes. But on December, December 2019, DraftKings IPO'd for around $10.
No, it actually did
a reverse merger.
A SPAC.
Was it a SPAC?
It got bought by a SPAC. I
Yeah, that's
believe.
right.
Yeah.
It sure did. Yep.
It got bought by a SPAC.
So yeah, in the $10 range. They've grown their market share. A lot of states have legalized fantasy sports and legalized sports betting, and they've grown well. In fact, their home office, I think they worked a deal with Roto Grinders in Tennessee. Tennessee now has sports betting. Now that Sheldon Adelson had passed away, R.I.P.
Is that true? Tennessee has sports betting?
Yeah, they have an online app sports betting.
Hey, can you check NTN for me?
Yeah, I got it right here. I don't see anything going on with NTN.
There's a lot of thinking about the game of chance, right? Is sports betting considered a game of chance, right?
Sports betting is gambling. It's still.
But I thought that they had on their app it was a game of skill.
Yeah, fantasy sports is a game of skill.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. So
you have to have skill to do fantasy sports. Josh, is that true? Have you ever
skill in a
played
large
any
bank
fantasy sports?
You need a large bankroll too. In my
Josh,
opinion.
have you played any fantasy sports?
Nope, never.
Yeah, I don't know what skill you need there. Hey, for those of you on the screen, let me know what skill you need, please. I want to understand that.
A lot of skill. There's a lot of analytics, just finding data.
You said that. Can you do that in baseball too?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, those of you who don't know, we just had a radio show again this weekend, KEIB, 11:50 a.m., The Patriot in Orange County, Los Angeles, and the what's the network we're on? iHeartRadio. And I listened to it this weekend. I love it.
I listened to it.
I'm excited. It's on at 1 o'clock Pacific time. It's on every Sunday, and you can get it on the app, The Patriot. network, a Patriot channel on iHeartRadio.
I needed to inquire about that. How if we can get some feedback from the radio side of things.
What does that mean? You want the ratings?
No, yeah, I just want to know.
That's Josh's job. Don't butt into his work.
All right. Well,
Let him do his job.
I need to find out if I need to talk more about Cuomo or not.
Hey, how are the ratings over there, Josh?
Talk a little bit about the show Resign and why you can't talk about DPW.
Oh, I'll try to do that.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I want to go to Virgin Galactic.
Questions from the commenters.
I bet you are. I bet you are. I want to go to. Can you pull up Virgin Galactic for me? I don't seem to be capable of doing this. Hey, you guys know who Spac Jesus is, right? Spac Jesus is
two fingers.
Is that right?
There we go. Yeah.
Spac Jesus sold his position. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I did see that.
And the stock's holding up pretty nicely. I'm wondering your thoughts on him parting company. Now, obviously, he said he was going to make an investment in some environmental climate change.
What was the position? 300 million, right? It was somewhere.
It was a big position.
It was big.
$200+ million.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So,
but it's holding up pretty nicely. The 5-day, it's still up 573.
Hey, speaking of Virgins, Virgin Hotels opening in Vegas.
Are we on Virgin Galactic right now? Okay, let's come off that. When is Virgin? So Richard Branson's group bought the old
Hard Rock,
which I love that hotel. I actually had the privilege of staying there in some weird way for 11 months in a suite. It was bizarre because I was working here in Vegas. I had to come back and forth, so I stayed there forever.
Wow.
And got to know the hotel and loved it. And then one day they sold it to Virgin.
Yeah, they're going to open up. In fact, they may have just opened up this past weekend. Don't quote me on that.
Do you think we can do a live broadcast from there? Because I know they have a live broadcast center at the old Hard Rock.
Yeah, I think we probably could.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I want people to see you play poker.
Well, they don't have a poker room.
But you, no,
but I can play.
They don't have a poker room?
No.
Anyways, I thought it was interesting that Virgin Galactic is holding up despite the fact that the chairman sold all of his holdings.
Pretty interesting. What else?
I mean, if I sold all my holdings, hey, listen.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone asking. Yes, I am executive chairman and the largest shareholder of Ault Global, which is the symbol DPW. I am not allowed to talk about it. I simply cannot. And that's not the purpose of the show. You can understand for regulatory reasons why it would be off limits. And this show is designed to educate people, to keep us in touch with the market. And my holdings, I just really can't comment about it. I'll think of more reasons why to sort of give you the kind of the legal reasons why, but it would be not ethical, and I don't comment on it. I have not ever sold DPW, and I don't intend to, but I simply cannot cannot talk about it.
Sorry.
I can't talk about our holdings.
Yeah.
I can't talk about NTN. I can talk about things that are disclosed, and I appreciate if you're a shareholder. I'm a shareholder. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to sell it, but I simply can't talk about it for reasons that are just not. It's not ethical.
I mean, we leave all that to social media. They can talk about it.
Yeah, other people have plenty of stuff to say about me.
For sure.
Like what my weight is. I think there's people out there that are unaware that I'm aware that I'm overweight. But I'm keenly aware every day when I get out of bed and get in my car, my beautiful car that's like the chair's getting ruined because I'm so overweight.
No.
Look at Skyla. She's like, oh my God, did you really say that? Come on, man. I'm 6'4". I'm a big dude.
Yeah. I mean, you're dropping weight though, right?
I am.
Yeah, okay.
But I put it back on. I drop it. I put it back on.
Yeah, let's just keep it off.
Depends how stressed I am. You can tell my weight goes down when the stock price DPW goes up, and it goes up when the price goes down, or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe
Anyways, that's my last comment about that.
Maybe smoking weed will help lose weight. I don't know.
Well, it puts me to sleep.
True.
The smoking will. I give you the. That makes you eat food. Oh, it does.
That makes sense.
While you're high, it hires your metabolism.
Wow. So Skyla says you get a higher metabolism if you don't give in to the munchies.
Yeah, the munchies.
Right.
So yeah,
what's going on with Cuomo? Because I saw him over the weekend. And when do you want to get into that?
No, we can get into it whenever. I mean, it's the.
Let's take a little bit of a political break. We'll come back to stocks as we await the vote of NTN, which I am long. Let's see what happens.
I mean, they're still just ignoring the fact that there's 6 accusers for Cuomo, and they have the nursing home scandal. It's all just
Yeah, but how are they ignoring it? I think big time everyone's called for his resignation. Have they
yeah,
not?
but no, but Biden and Harris haven't addressed it yet. They've ignored it.
I thought Biden made a comment over the weekend.
He's working with Cuomo amid the coronavirus pandemic, but
Right.
that's Biden broke his silence Sunday on the allegations of
So
sexual
do you think he should
misconduct.
resign?
I do, but that's
Hold on.
That's just me.
I know your political leanings.
Yeah.
But hold on a second.
Right.
Should he resign or should the investigation take place first?
Well, I think he should resign for an entirely different reason. I think he should resign because of the nursing home situation, where it's all factual. They've done the reports because they've done the investigation. I mean, all the other accusations are just that. They're just accusations. The nursing home situation is factual. Like, that's proven. Like, those people were killed in the nursing homes. And Janice Dean from Fox News, her mom or her dad was one of the victims. So if you look on Twitter, Janice Dean is outspoken. She delivers a lot of factual data. Cuomo made the decision not to use the Mercy ship in the New York Harbor, and instead he filtered all those older folks back into the nursing homes, where a lot of them succumbed to to the coronavirus. So it was a very, very bad situation.
So what's up? Duke is not going to be in the tournament?
Duke will not be in the tournament because of the coronavirus, the COVID protocol. They would have
Did I bring that up correctly?
Yeah, that's the best I could do.
That's the best you could do?
Yeah, I
Hey,
couldn't.
Nick, could we go to the the screen real quick?
You could make it like a
this
little bigger.
what day
but
is the official day?
I think it kicks off on Thursday, which is well, the first round is March 19th. That's the first games, which is actually Friday. There must be some play-in games on Thursday.
Right.
Where some of the games, some of the teams that rounded out the field, there's 68 teams that are in, and there's four teams that have to play their way
We have
in.
to get legal approval, but assuming we get legal approval, we're going to give away $1,000 to the winner that picks the two people in the Final Four, in the final championship.
Okay.
We're going to give away $500 to people who get the Final Four right.
Okay.
And we're going to give $250 away to the people who get the Sweet 16 right. Now,
Okay.
I'm getting legal approval on this, but this show is about risk, and I can't think of anything more than taking risk with you guys and giving some money back to you if you play with us. So we're going to have the entry rules up on Wednesday.
Okay.
You're going to be able to pick your bracket. You have to send it in, email your bracket in, and if you get the bracket right, listen, if 10 people get it right, we're giving away $10,000.
So we'll award some points for each. So for each game that they pick properly, we'll assign a point value. Or how do you want to do it?
Well, listen, we could do it a little differently if you wanted to, but I thought what we were going to do is the people who got to the final two, the championship,
Right.
the person who picked those two would get $1,000.
And then what if there's several people that pick that? You want to go down to the final score or something, or the winner? Or?
Oh no! Listen, we don't have. You're going to have to submit it. How many people are going to submit?
Yeah, probably like 20.
Yeah, so if 20
Okay.
people submit and they all get it right, we're out 20 grand.
Yeah, I mean that's not.
That's
good.
like pocket change for you, right?
Yeah.
Andrea, wire that money over now. No, we're fine.
Okay.
That's a good giveaway.
No, that's fine.
How long will it last?
It's going to last this weekend, next 3 weeks.
So we're going to call out the results every single week, every single day.
Okay.
Right? So I want to be able to have those in, and we're going to call out the results of who's the winner. We're going to call you basically by your John J. or your first name. We're not going to give out your actual whole name, but you're going to have to enter to win.
So
right?
So we need to use the CBS bracket or the ESPN bracket. They need to fill out one of those brackets and then email it
we'll
to
have
us.
it ready by Wednesday.
All right.
On the Wednesday show, there'll be a link. You have to get everything in by Thursday, right? Before the
Right.
first game.
Yeah, let's make sure. Yeah,
I'm
I believe
excited
it's
about
Thursday.
this.
That's
I'm
fine.
excited
We'll
about
get it. We'll get all the details, and we'll have it all more defined tomorrow.
Maybe we'll even give away a trip to Vegas.
Could
What
you
do you think about that?
Could you imagine?
A trip to Vegas.
Yeah,
That'd be nice. Right?
that would be sweet.
Hey, I happen to live in Vegas now. Josh is over here going, stop it! Stop giving away money! Or is he saying, no, give away the money. Give it all away!
What about like a trip to Vegas for the winner, and we take them like top of the world restaurant on the
There's
Stratosphere?
just zero chance I'm going up there.
You're afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of heights. I'm not going on any roller coaster up there or any bunchy things.
Dude, how can you not go on
I'm never
that?
going.
It's amazing.
Okay. I'm afraid of heights.
Oh my god!
Have I
I
made
can't
that
believe
clear?
this.
I don't know that I made that more clear. I'm
All right,
afraid
that's
of
fine.
heights.
I respect that.
I mean, listen, maybe I'd go to the restaurant, but I'm not going to the. I was in the Chicago thing. I went to Chicago, and they have these little things that like you go up to the what floor? What building is it?
It's the old Sears Tower.
No,
What's
it's not the
oh,
Sears Tower. It's the other one, Hancock Building.
Okay.
And you go up there, and there's like a sky thing you can drink, but then they have these things that tilt over that you can go out and lay on the glass, and then they tilt over. I'm like, no, No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't like it.
Oh, you would hate to see the rides on top of the Strat.
I'm not going.
Just go in a restaurant.
You know what's worse for me about being afraid of heights? Talk about risk on.
Yeah.
Is I get more fearful not of even me falling, but of if I have a family member near any edge, I literally go into physical convulsions. I don't know. There's like a chemical imbalance in my body that if I see a family member or friend that could get hurt, it makes me vomit. It makes me sick to my stomach. I'll tell you a true story. Recently, Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, see if Joe's here. Hey, listen to this. I'm at the Caesar's Palace.
Okay.
And we're in the, I don't know, they're called the, well, no. Let him in. Let him in. Let Joe in. What's the name of the tower that's that super tall tower we're in all the time? Octavia?
Augustus or Octavius?
Octavius. Okay. So to describe this situation, Joe, no, don't leave. Joe's like a super diamond, triple member, super club, super green, gets a special line. I don't know, gets us rooms for like $2. I don't know what the heck the deal is, Joe. I mean, you clearly slept with someone at Caesars or something. Anyways, so Joe gets us up. Just hang out for a second, Joe. So Joe gets us rooms, and it's like the 64th floor. I didn't know there were 64 floors in Vegas. I don't know that it actually is 64 floors, but they call it the 64th floor.
Right.
And then, so you go in these rooms, and at the back of the room is where the air conditioning is. You have to walk along the ledge of the glass, and there's a chair there, like some sort of couch. So you're in a narrow area, and one side is the glass, and the other side's the couch. And I'm afraid of that. I'm literally afraid of that. And I rush to do it, and I rush back. People must think I look like a freak. Skylar, you know what I'm talking about too, right? And it's pretty scary. I mean, I'm pretty afraid of that place, even though the glass is not likely to fall out at Caesar's Palace. How do you get us in so cheap at Caesar's Palace?
Just friends and family, man.
Yeah, friends and family for what?
Because I'm a Diamond VIP. Somewhat.
Diamond VIP. Look at this guy.
Diamond VIP high roller.
Are you moving all your cryptocurrency over to Caesars? Is that what you do? All the mining goes over there?
Is that what? He's probably mining in the parking garage.
Yeah,
or
he
something.
probably is.
What the hell?
Can you plug a miner into Caesar's Palace too? I mean, let's get our money's worth. Anyways, hey, thanks, Joe, for stopping by.
So yeah, it looks like they're saying the deal's dead. I guess.
What do you mean, deal?
Well, I don't know.
I want to know, did it pass or not?
I don't know. They're not very hopeful of it. We don't have the factual information.
We need the actual proof of this. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you about a strategy, okay? And we're going to divert a little bit. This is why the show's going to be a little longer. So I want to talk to you about Rocket Mortgage, okay? So when I bought Rocket Company, RKT, during very heightened volatility, and this is something I've done for over 20 years.
Hey, can you pull it up on the screen and look at like the 1 month or something?
Yeah, let me do that. It's thank you. You're a good assistant host here.
Nice.
So let's pull up the 1 month.
Perfect.
Okay, let's pull up the 1 month here. Nick, can we go to the screen?
Nice. Here we go.
Okay. So Jason and I bought it. If you see where we entered, for those people maybe listen on the radio or wrap up, you see left to right, stock's around $20, kind of hovering, and then it goes parabolic. We bought it in the hole.
We didn't buy top of the mountain.
No, we did not buy top of the mountain, as you see.
But yeah, we definitely bought it in the hole.
We didn't sit on a spike.
No.
However, when it started to go against us after we sold that, we bought back in.
Yep.
I looked at the calls, and let me explain the call to you. For those of you who don't understand what a call option is the right to buy something. So if you sell a stock, a call, you give people the right to buy your stock if you're covered. If you sell it to them uncovered, you have unlimited risk, which is a no-no.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for you home gamers, not a good idea. I've done it many times. You can get your head cut off. Now, I did it with a portfolio of options, and it can be scary. And during 9/11, I had those out there, and I lost $400,000 in one day. Oh. However, 9/11 was a rarity. God rest everyone's soul there.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hate that topic. Well, okay, back to regular scheduled programming. So you're long Rocket. You're long 100 shares of Rocket. You could write a call for 100 shares. So one contract is 100 shares.
Yep.
So when this stock gets really volatile, the call options short term get these really high level premiums. Jason, you want to kind of walk people through why that happens?
So what you were doing is, well, what covered? let's use an example. So like when Rocket Mortgage was $26.
But it still had the high volatility.
It still had the high volatility.
I was selling the 3089s, which
Right.
because there was a dividend, they adjusted that for that dividend.
Right.
I was getting $1.15.
Yeah. So he was getting the premium on the 3089s. People were buying those.
And they were going to expire March 19th, which is in about a week, 4 days from now.
Yeah. So we were just basically hedging with our existing position, and we were covering calls, and we were actually protecting our position, and that's a good way to do it.
And I wrote about 16,000 total shares, or about, what is that? Is that 16 contracts?
Yeah,
No.
60,
No, it's
160 contracts.
160
Yeah.
contracts. One contract represents 100 shares. And when Rocket pulled back on some of the sell-off, the premiums went down because there wasn't much time left, and I was able to buy them back and then unhook the contract.
Yes.
And then keep and pocket that premium.
Yeah.
Right. I continue to do that to this day.
Yep.
I sold more Rocket this morning.
In fact, I'm not sure. How many do we have left?
We're down to 20,000, and I have 50 contracts out there.
Okay.
At 20, I think, believe at $29.
Okay, so
Now, and I'm pushing some forward to April.
Right.
Right. And so for me, so let me tell you what I did with POW. Now, we have 737,000 shares. I wrote only 5,000 shares, or what would be 50 contracts, for the 750 calls for next month, but they gave me a 50-cent premium.
Yeah.
So I'm getting $8 to sell POW next month, and I took off 50 cents of risk on 5,000 shares.
That's nice.
It is a nice trade.
Yep,
it's not
sure.
huge.
No.
It's not a gigantic premium.
Nope.
But during times of real high volatility, if you're trading a name that you want to trade, you can go to the options market and take down some of that volatility premium. Now, what ends up happening, though, is for that premium to come out of it, either the time has to decay,
right,
or you have to see a flattening in volatility of your stock. So what you see now, Nick, let's go back to the screen, is you see a nicer flattening of the volatility. It's still volatile, but look at the 5-day. But it's still in a range of between, say, 27.5 and 24.5.
It's been really consistent.
Right,
so.
right. So this is one covered call option scenario you can use to hedge your volatility if you want to stay long the stock.
Yeah, we haven't really gotten into options, but you'll notice a lot of people that are YOLOing, you only live once, on crazy strike prices on stuff like Rocket Mortgage, or excuse me, stuff like GME, GameStop. And you'll see some Reddit posters that post some incredible profits on these YOLO options, which are very high risk.
What does YOLO mean again?
You only live once.
YOLO is you only live once?
Yeah, like they were looking at
how clueless I am.
Call options, like $350 or $300 call options for GameStop. And they would buy, like 5 contracts. And then you'll see like they're up like 6,000%, like just crazy numbers. So a lot of times when people are buying options, they really go for that grand slam play, and instead of like buying options that are a little closer to the actual price and a little closer to the actual date that you're on. So people try to hit big home runs on options, and sometimes that's really, you can bust your account that way. So you just want to be careful with options.
I see there was a nice sell off the other day with GE. And of course, for those home gamers, we're trading GE. So to be clear, just assume we're long GE, although we did cut some back. GE, the last 5 days, they of course reported that they were going to sell their business, their leasing business, effectively ending GE Capital's reign as being is in the capital markets.
Right.
And they're merging with AeroCap, and then they're going to own 46% of it. So they're still going to have a play, but they're ultimately going to sell off their position. They're going to get $24 billion. They expect to burn off $30 billion of debt, which will be a total of $70 billion of debt since they started with the new CEO. Stock got down to 12, got clipped pretty hard, right? The market didn't really love the news the last 5 days. But today, if you look at the 1 day, please, Nick, stay there, it's recovering nicely off the bottom, and about 65 cents from the sort of recent high. And so the market's maybe reassessing a little bit of what GE is doing. And there's a big belief in this CEO. I'm a believer in GE. We don't have much right now.
Right.
We traded it.
Yeah.
In fact, I would assume we don't have any at the second. I'd have to double check.
Well, it's good. I always bet on CEOs. That's like that's one of the main things, key ingredients you look for in a company before you take a position.
Right.
Not just some day trade scalp, but an actual long position where you intend on holding the stock.
So those of you who follow GE, obviously I'm a fan. It has come off the bottom of that 10 range, then 12 and broke out. But that's what's happening with General Electric. I wanted to follow back up on that. Eli Lilly did not have some good news on their Alzheimer's drug.
Wait,
right?
I missed that. What?
Did you not see
I was
that?
too busy looking at the AstraZeneca stuff being paused in like 15 countries. You saw that, right?
I saw that it was being paused.
Okay.
Do not bring up the screen yet, please.
Because that was something that I was kind of nervous about that because
I think what you're talking about is, and let's cover this. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people who probably watch our show do not know who marvelous Marvin Hagler was.
Right. They probably do
Can you
not.
bring him up on the screen real quick? Can you put that in here? Marvis Hagler.
Yeah, let's go, actually.
So this is a sad thing to hear over the weekend, by the way. This guy was a stellar performer, an incredible boxer. And what's going on here?
Oh, I was going to look at him. You can get
There you go. And he died over the weekend. But do you have any knowledge that this is from have anything to do with the vaccine?
Yeah, well, Thomas Hitman Hearns was he posted on his Instagram that Marvelous Marvin Hagler was in intensive care after receiving the COVID vaccine.
The AstraZeneca one. But do we have that verified?
I don't think we have it 100%
because his family didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hagler was a mean dude, but he lost to Sugar Ray, did he not?
I think he beat Sugar Ray at least once.
I know Roberto Duran beat Sugar Ray once. But this is a guy, this is kind of a 70s national champion, 80s boxer, and really wasn't big after that. He actually went over to Italy, did a lot of acting and boxing over there. But marvelous Marvin Hagler died. I think he was only 66 over the weekend.
Yeah. So
talk about a risk-on guy. I think when he lost the fight to, and I think I got this. I think I got this right, but I think he lost the fight to Sugar Ray Leonard, and then he retired from boxing here in the U.S.
It's possible.
So I'm wondering, Scott, ever heard of Hagler? Marvelous Hagler? What about you, Nick? Marvelous Marvin Hagler? So generationally, it's strange to see, I'm 51 years old, to see people unaware of, it's how quickly people leave the public eye, This was a guy who kind of dominated the 80s with Thomas Hitman Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran.
Yeah.
Those kind of great boxers that happened back in the 70s and 80s.
I think just mixed martial arts, UFC, has kind of overshadowed boxing, and that's what's kind of happened in this generation.
Right.
So there's not a whole lot of big-time boxing matches anymore. I mean, you had like the Floyd Mayweather crossover.
Got, right? That's what you got. Floyd
yeah,
Mayweather, right?
He fought, the Irish guy there.
Yeah, it was fun.
That was cool.
The MMA guy. Yeah.
Why can I not think of his name right now?
I know we're both having a brain fade.
What in the world?
Come on, man. Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
anyways,
I think we're done with stocks pretty much.
We got 10 minutes left.
Oh, let's talk about Drew Brees. He retired today.
Drew Brees retires. He goes on Grant Cardone's show, and he retires also. Cardone GrowthCon was this weekend in Florida. I didn't go. Grant, why was I not there? I wonder why I wasn't there, Grant.
Wow.
I raised $165 million. I have done what I said I was going to do. Why was I not there, Ryan? Why was I not there, Grant? I wonder if someone may have not wanted me there. Grant? Hello? Oh, he doesn't care.
No.
He's just got a whole new planet replacing. But listen, I love his book 10X. It helped me. He's a really smart guy. He wrote a great book. I hope everyone enjoyed GrowthCon. I did not go.
Was BL there?
Who was BL?
Brad.
No. Was he? No, he had to speak at another conference. But I'll check.
Yeah.
Was Bradley there?
I saw Brad in Florida.
Yeah, but he was there for a conference he was speaking at. Gotcha. Not the same thing.
Oh, yeah. It's like the Blue Collar Workers Conference, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And we love Bradley. And we love Grant Cardone, too. I love Grant. Hey, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, so
but
Brees is retired, 4 children, 15 years with the Saints. He did get a Super Bowl ring.
He did. It was 2010.
Yeah, 42 years old, all-time passing yards. He's got tons of records.
Now, does he have? I heard that he had the all-time passing yards ever. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true.
He is the all-time passing leader over Marino. Everybody.
Yeah, he beat Peyton, but Brady's on his back. See, they're fighting back and forth some of these records: touchdown passes, passing
Brady's
yards.
going to play till he's 900.
Yeah, Brady's going to end up with all of them, I think. So.
Oh. Am I going to get my Oliver? I love the show. Hey, Oliver, what's up, Oliver? I love you too, buddy.
You want to talk about some money?
Let's talk about some money.
So it looks like Joe Biden is crafting the largest tax hike in nearly 3 decades.
Will Joe Biden pass this big tax hike?
It's going to the next spending initiative. So they haven't even got all the 1.9 trillion sprayed around yet, all our tax money that's been just sprayed everywhere. And now they're talking about the next spending initiative. It'll most likely be funded by a tax hike proposal. Corporate tax rates increase from 21% to 28%. I do not like that at all.
That's kind of back where we were, right?
Yeah, expanding the estate tax, higher capital gains tax for individuals making over $1 million.
Hey, want to cover a couple stocks? We only have about 7 minutes to go left. Want to cover a couple things we like, Jason.
All right.
We love POWW, which is ammo. Now, just for full disclosure of those who weren't watching the show earlier, we own the stock about $565. We own about 737,000 shares. Do not buy ammo because we like it. Do your own research. We're big fans of Rocket, but we've paired our position to more of a reasonable position. Rocket companies, they paid a big dividend. They're doing a stock buyback. We're long that. I think that's just because we continue to see the mortgage cycle continue as we get a lot of liquidity. What about Bitcoin? What are we doing here? I mean, this is like, it went to 61 something. Is it just backfill?
Yeah, I think it is. It needed to cool off. I just think it'll be ready for the next leg up. I'm not going to make any predictions like I did over the weekend. But
called it though.
Yeah.
You called it. You said 61,000.
Yeah, it was there.
No, actually,
60.
You said 60,000.
Yeah.
It went right way over that.
Speaking of ammo, POWW, Chucky Schumer says he'll bring a House gun bill vote in the Senate. That was.
Hey, let's cover this. Let's spend 2 minutes here.
Okay.
If you are a Democrat and you barely have a lead in the Senate, I think you got to have Camilla step in.
Yeah, you do.
And you have 10 or 11, 12 people in the House. And you're going to introduce gun bills.
I think it's 8 in the House. That's all.
I think it's 12, but 15. But we'll get the exact number.
Okay.
You barely got a lead. Listen, I don't happen to dislike Biden. I know you have a difference of opinion, but you got a guy who, let's just say, is getting up there in age. Camilla had 1%.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why he picked her for California because he already is going to get California.
Right.
So he picked her clearly because she's a minority. She's a smart woman. I'm not suggesting she's not. Very smart. But from a political standpoint, she only had 1%.
Yeah.
He was barely getting any votes. If you go after the guns, I mean, you're gonna fire up the base of the Republican Party
for sure.
You're giving them the quote ammo to fight back.
I like it.
Right?
I like it.
I just don't know why this is a political football for these people. I don't know why they want to go down this route. Do you think 100 million Americans are going to say, yeah, it's okay to take away my guns? They're not going to say it's okay.
No, this is a giant hill that they will all stand on.
Yeah, you're gonna push the boulder up the hill.
Yeah.
And it's going to roll back down on you. I mean, keep in mind, I know this is crazy, but elections are a year and a half away.
For sure, and they've already kept
the midterms. Hey,
listen, they've taken
I know that's a little bit of a stretch. Press like,
we've been locked.
Come on, buddy. Come on. Elections are coming up, right?
We've been locked down for a while, so all these liberties and freedoms have been infringed on in the name of safety. Well, guess what? Self-defense is a basic human right. The last time I checked, and for those of you that think they're just holier than thou, that are going to keep all your protection and security, all these politicians have armed security. What do we protect the banks with? Guns. What do we protect everything with? Guns.
I know.
So
I know who are in Vegas.
Yeah.
We got. I mean, listen. This building that I'm in, I got to tell you, I feel a little different. The security guards run around here with guns right on their side.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of course, I come from California, where guns are kind of illegal, but whatever.
Right. So yeah, I don't think they should go this route. I know it's just a couple of things that they're trying to pass. But they're trying to pass. They're trying to get the AR-15 banned, and that didn't work out. When they did the last AR-15 rifle ban, it didn't help crime statistics at all. I mean, so it's just one of those things where I just don't think it's politically expedient for them to do that. It's not a winning. It's really for the far left.
Let's get ready for tomorrow.
All
so
right.
you got checks being mailed out, checks getting to people now. I know some people that have already got. Scott, did you get your check yet?
No,
No.
really?
Wait, you didn't receive the first one?
Oh, you make too much money. She makes too much money.
What do you mean you didn't receive the first one? How's that possible?
It's supposed to be allocated alphabetical. So,
Well, did you file your taxes?
You would be last.
Well, if you haven't filed your taxes, that's why you haven't got one, Skylar.
You just threw her under the bus.
Whoops.
You know what I mean? Oh my God.
Hey, listen. What about tomorrow? What are we looking at for tomorrow? What's important?
It's marijuana stocks.
You like marijuana stocks?
Yeah, they're starting to show.
Okay, whatever.
They're starting to show some green again. So
Anyone in particular, or you just think the whole sector?
TLRY,
But you like the sector.
SNDO.
But is it just technical, or do you like a fundamental thing that's going on with marijuana?
Money rotation, legalization of marijuana in the whole country of Mexico.
So you just think it's a rotation?
Yeah.
A rotation, and probably wind at their back for legalization.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, don't forget on Wednesday we're going to have a contest starting where you're going to have to put your brackets in. That'll be important, right?
We need to
give away some money.
Yeah, we need to get that squared up for sure. This is one of the best times of the year is NCAA.
March Madness.
Yeah,
but
love
no
it.
Duke for sure.
No Duke.
Hey, we're live in Vegas. We're live every week. We're live every day, and it's important, right? Because we're going to be right here in the heart of betting.
In fact, last night I got backed off playing blackjack like we were talking about.
Okay, go. You got 1 minute to tell the story. Go.
All right.
The M barred him from playing blackjack. How long were you playing before they barred you?
About an hour and a half. I was up a couple $100. I was betting like 25 to 125, nothing crazy. So I won a couple of the bigger bets. I had a couple of splits, couple doubles. And the supervisor comes over and says, "Hey, Jason, how you doing tonight?" I said, "I'm doing great. I'm tipping the dealers, having a good time, having a sugar-free Red Bull, enjoying my time." She says, "You're not welcome to play blackjack anymore. We love you here. You treat the dealers great. You're always in a good mood. You can play any other casino game here, but you're not welcome to play blackjack anymore." And I've seen this before on YouTube where some professional blackjack players have been backed off. So that was what they call it. I was backed off from the game. No longer allowed to play blackjack, which in blackjack, you can create an edge if you're a professional and you use your mind. So, yeah, that's what happened. So,
okay, hey, it's we're going to wrap it up here. Let's cover the markets real quick. What do we end up today on the market, the Dow?
We were up let's see what we got here.
I think we set a new record.
Yeah, 173, 32,952.
173 on the day. What about the NASDAQ?
NASDAQ plus 139.
Really?
Yeah.
Things are stabilizing a little bit. I think the stimulus is out there. Bitcoin, do we know where the Bitcoin's closing?
It was 56.6 last time I looked.
Hey, we appreciate you. It's March 15th. This is the 30th episode. Comment below. We'll send you some merch. And those of you waiting for merch, we're going to get it out to you. Thank you so much for watching the show. For everyone around, take care. We'll see you tomorrow.